So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday morning here in Atlanta. We wake up, we go, because we got a 9 a.m. Ignore my watch, I'm an hour behind. I'm still on Central Time. We got a 9 a.m. appointment for the barbershop. We leave at 8:30. It's not far away. And then we go to pull out the driveway. And I get a flashing notification on the dashboard. Let's see if it'll show up when I turn the car on. It may not show up. I still need there it is. There you go, right there. So I get this notification that my tire's low, and you know, the situation we've been in with these tires here recently. So I jump out, I grab the pump, and I pump it up to around 35 PSI. We start driving and it goes up to 36. So I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. So we drive, it goes up about 36. This is the passenger side. This is the driver's side. So it goes up about 36 and we proceed on. So maybe it's not a crazy leak. So anyway, I go to the barbershop, you can tell, and then I give the car to Michelle. I said, look, take this car to Discount Tires right up the street, have them check it. And they checked the valve. They said the valve is fine. And they said that in order for them to check the tire, we'd have to wait like 4 hours. And we ain't got time for that, not today. We already got things we got to do. We're on a schedule. I was like, well, let's get an appointment for Monday. He's like, yeah, Monday, I can get you in at 2 p.m. That ain't gonna work either, because we need to leave Monday and go back to Florida. So ultimately, he just filled up all the tires to make sure they were at the proper pressure. And I said, you know what, we'll just ride it out and see. Well, then on the way back, Michelle comes back. So she was actually planning on going to Target, doing a little bit of shopping at Target before we left to go downtown. And so she was like, all right. So she comes back to pick me up from the barbershop, which those guys are super efficient over at Unique Cuts. Their scheduling system, everything, the barbers, like they're really efficient. And their online scheduling process is real simple. So great business over there. So she comes back and now she's like, yeah, it said 36 PSI. And then I parked and it says -4. Well, you guys just saw the tires. Obviously it's not at -4. So fortunately, the tire sensor is probably bad. I'd be willing to bet that the tire does have a leak somewhere, but the sensor's also bad because when I went to put air in it, it was roughly at 20 PSI. So not only do I have a slow leak on the driver's side rear, but I also have a bad tire sensor. So when I get back to Florida, I'll be going back to Discount Tire to get all of this taken care of. Woe is me. But now I am going to go and join Michelle inside of Target. I don't think there's anything I need, but I'll just catch up with her. She's going to grab what she needs, and then we're probably going to head out and head down to Atlanta. We're north of Atlanta right now. We're going to head down to Atlanta and let our official husband and wife date time begin. This is literally the first time in almost a month that the two of us have had to ourselves. No child, no dog, no anybody else, just us. So really looking forward to that. Now they've changed the store a lot since I've been in it. A lot of remodeling being done or has been done. They also cranked up the music crazy loud, so I'm trying to avoid this copyright strike. But I wanted to show you guys something. Now this appears to be a safe space. There's only music playing unbelievably loud in the clothing retail section, but like over here in the food section, they don't have it. But what they do have is some Impossible burgers, some Bubba burgers, which are a favorite of mine. Got this Italian style chicken, beef patties, uncured bacon cheddar beef patties. I think I'll pass. classic mini corn dogs. We got cheese, pistachios, which I cannot eat. Those will kill me. Probably stay away from the cashews as well. King's Hawaiian. Ooh, brownies. I don't even know what these are. Madeline? Never heard of those before. I haven't had Oikos in years. I haven't had Oikos since damn Cam Newton was promoting that one. I think Cam Newton's got a YouTube channel too. He's a YouTube influencer now. No shortage on cream cheese like we used to have. They got eggs. But what they also have, besides bags of salad and giant grapes and bananas, seemingly fresh fruit and vegetables here, tomatoes, avocados, onions, potatoes, peaches, nectarines, plums. You need to really check out Squirrel Tribe 2.0 and listen to Michelle's definition and explanation of the difference between a peach and a nectarine. Fucking unbelievably hilarious. But regardless, the prices, that's what's most shocking. I mean, sort of. I mean, this is kind of like to be expected, par for the course. But man, literally take your breath away. I swear before they used to have way more Ben & Jerry's ice cream than this. Maybe they're cutting back. So the government has issued urgent warnings to pretty much every American who's working a job, trying to produce income, make money. But this hasn't just happened. I mean, they've been doing this for a while now. As well as other warnings, one of which you just read about some Chinese malware attack on our water supply or something. We're going to talk about that. But most importantly, we're going to talk about where we are right now, which is Atlanta. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know how I used to do this. I don't know how I used to do this.
Traffic is awful.
It's not just traffic. It's
the constant hecticness of it.
It's, I don't want to say it's everybody, but I'm ready to go back to our tiny little community.
Same.
Of people.
Same.
That are not living in this rat race life, that literally have zero regard for anybody else but themselves, maybe none for themselves either, not realizing that some of the things that they do, the situations that they put themselves in, could potentially harm them. But I also have to think to myself, go back home, don't go to jail. But to be expected. I have a bias or prejudice against the stereotypical Ram truck driver, especially mega cab drivers who decide to put the Carolina Lean on their 2500 and jack up the ready lift on the front, 3.5 inch, 4.5 inch, squat the back. Those folks, typically including those who drive Challengers and Chargers, usually don't know how to drive. They're usually fucking idiots and deserve to be removed from society. I'm gonna forego saying what I really want to say. And if any of you drive Ram or Dodge or Charger, Challenger, I don't give a shit. Hornet, Dart, Avenger. That was a poor choice by Dodge. And you do not drive like an idiot, then don't take it so hard. It's not a dick, okay? So either way, we are here in Atlanta, and honestly, the warnings that have been... Oh yeah, I got another problem with my tire, by the way. Enjoy that. Never ending. So we're here in Atlanta. Went to Discount Tire. There was a time when you go to Discount Tire and literally within an hour you're going to get service. You go today, they're like, we can see you in like 4 hours, or we can see you Monday at like 2 o'clock. Yeah.
I mean, the guy went out immediately and checked the tire out and everything for me and was like, well, I can get you in, but it'll be, 4 hours before. It's like, ugh.
Ridiculous. Now, we are actually heading into Atlanta. Now you say downtown. I'm not going to say downtown because we're not going downtown. I think Atlanta has, you got downtown, you got Midtown, you got
Buckhead.
You got Buckhead, you got Lil Five, you got Perimeter, Sandy Springs area. Like
It's all
you got
Atlanta, yeah.
You got Cobb, Gallery.
I feel like anything
Truist,
inside the perimeter is considered Atlanta.
Truist, yeah, Atlanta, but downtown, we're not going downtown, so I don't want to say downtown.
Yeah.
We're going towards downtown, but then like Truist, so like we were going to stay at a hotel near Truist, but the minimum was like $2,000 a night. Because
there happens to be a Braves game today and another one tomorrow. Today against the Milwaukee Brewers? What is it? Milwaukee? Starts with a B.
Roosters.
Is that what it is?
Roosters.
I don't pay enough attention to Major League Baseball like I should.
They got a
college softball,
but collaboration with the ice cream company.
Oh yes, that.
And it's cold up there sometimes.
Yeah, it's cold up there, so that makes sense. Yeah.
So we didn't do that, but we are staying somewhere pretty cool. I'll show you. I might throw the drone up so you guys can see it. But ultimately, let's just say we're going to go have a business meeting. Business. Why? Because it's a write-off, and we want to. And you guys are probably interested in that. And if you're not, then you may want to be, because ultimately, that is the warning that the government has been sharing, and will continue to share if you're paying attention. Now, I'm not talking about these other warnings that other people are talking about that may or may not necessarily really matter, like in the near future. Yes, there are some potential dangers and hazards that would be likely to come our way, as always. And, an upcoming election is always a time for increased and heightened measures of security, fear, anxiety, stress. But besides that, no matter what income or lack thereof or reduction to, high inflation, no money in savings, poor credit, no credit, bad credit, maxed out credit card limits, dead-end jobs, layoffs, terminations, all of these things the government has been warning about for the longest. If people care to pay attention, but oftentimes the government doesn't necessarily divulge this information so eloquently. So,
true.
I want to talk about starting a business. I want to talk about generating your own income. I want to talk about passive income. I want to talk about side hustles, ways of supplementing your income, whether you're working or not, retired, planning to, over 62, collecting Social Security. It doesn't matter. Speaking of which, Social Security is about to get hit. Depending on how you read the headline, you're going to see a 50% reduction in Social Security, so you're fucked. Not really. You want to give a little bit clarification on that?
A little bit clarification. Well, last year there was a 8.7% increase in COLA. I believe it was 8.7. This coming up year, there's only going to be a 3.2 or 3.7. I'm trying to remember all the numbers off the top of my head. Basically, more than a 50% reduction, if you will, in the increase. But they're not taking away any of your money. They're just not giving you as much of an increase.
So, as other prices continue to increase more, your Social Security will increase less. However,
that's where you get screwed.
Just a forewarning, when you see the headlines come out that says Social Security's been slashed by 50%,
Don't
cut
panic.
in half.
Don't panic.
That's not what they mean.
Yes.
That's not what they mean. And that's what people are going to try to do and use to get people to click on the video and read the news article. But regardless, it's still a reduction to income. Costs are going to continuously rise. Inflation is going to continue to happen. And if we aren't working to solidify our income streams, then we are at risk. These are the warning signs. Similar to the manipulations of the CPI numbers, which we talked about a few months ago at Chick-fil-A, how I told you they were going to do this.
Down to that 2%, right?
How I told you they were going to do this. So they can manipulate CPI to then manipulate the amount that they give to people who need it on these programs, many of which people pay into, which will ultimately see a shortfall by 2033 because there is the shortfall in the trust. But we'll talk about that in another video. But we talked about this months ago, how they manipulate the numbers. But the numbers don't include fuel and food and energy.
The three most important things that all of us are paying so much more for now than we were just 3 years ago.
The most volatile. One of which being energy, which you pointed out in your video that now you're on a time
of use. TOU.
It's like a sliding scale of when they're going to charge you the most.
Yeah.
Which is ultimately when you would want to use it the most.
Yeah. That is the issue.
On top of the risks, inherent risks of employment and the waning level of security in maintaining that employment. Mm-hmm. So all I'm saying is, if you haven't begun or already have started your own business, a way in which you can generate your own income without being reliant upon any one particular employer or company or boss or manager or whatever it may be, or government program, I would seriously take that into consideration and be working towards making that happen. Because those are the warning signs that I see. Those are the warning signs that I read. And typically, and we'll end this video here soon because we're about to get off this exit. Typically, the warnings that are presented are such. Lead economists predict crashing economy. Americans can't afford to pay emergency expenses of $500. More credit card loan applications, more personal loan applications, more car loan applications. And yes, if you want to lease a car, you still need a loan. If you choose to, finance that lease, more mortgage application, more mortgage home refinance applications, not only coming in, but more of them being rejected, more decline, more non-qualified applicants about to get bent over, screwed, literally pants down, fucked, not only by the government, but by their employer, by society, by the economy, by business, by investors, by the stock market, by the crypto market, by the housing market. You see her clutching. We're just literally, this is how we drive in Atlanta. Like, this is it. I'm not gonna.
No, I know you're not. But I'd rather use my hands than tense up my body.
You don't want to do the Kegels?
No, my back already hurts. So I'd rather just.
But either way, we're about to pull up. I just want to let you guys know the government's warning us all, everybody, of these inherent dangers. They are coming. They're on their way. And I want you guys to be aware. I want you guys to be ready. And we are a little bit early before check-in, so.
Last place let us in early, so we can always try.
We might get in early, but if not, we'll do a walk around the property, throw that drone up maybe. You guys enjoy. We'll see you real soon.
Bye.
Always fun driving through Atlanta. We got Phipps Plaza over here, Saks Fifth Avenue. We missed our turn, but it looks like we still make it. Man, I ain't gonna lie. We used to go to this LA Fitness. We went there like 3 or 4 times. But I do not remember this damn building being here. Maybe it was, but it looks brand new. Now we're trying to find our hotel.
That's not it, because that's still next one. I thought it was right here on the left.
There's Echo. We haven't been to Echo. That's seafood.
So it says we've reached it.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it says we've reached it. So.
Oh. Huh. So what's going on here? So we remember this place. I don't remember the name of it, but it sucked because they actually have a ton of mold and water damage in there. But now you got.
But there used to be trees and little townhomes all right
shoved
here.
a house in over there.
Oh yeah, there's that over there. But this used to be all trees and townhomes, and now it's ugly
Really?
buildings.
Like these new apartments or condos, these things are ugly. With this fake patinaed copper flashing, like, why?
Yeah, crazy ugly. And then the walkway, also green.
These roads are totally fucked up.
Yeah, the roads suck. But Atlanta roads have always sucked. But to put the bars on the outside, I know it's like for safety, but you don't actually get a balcony or anything except for those two right up there. Y'all get a little something. Maybe one of those right there gets a little something, but everybody else just gets these prison bars on the outside of their windows. And you're gonna pay out the butt for that too, because you're in Atlanta, because you're in Buckhead.
Just so you can kind of have walking distance. There's no real food and shopping over here.
No.
So you gotta walk all the way down to Phipps.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be your best bet.
If you want really expensive everything and really crappy like food court style food or really expensive restaurants, or you go a little farther down and go to Lennox on the left, but the odds that you'll get shot there are very, very high.
I got the .6 so you can show this new building that they threw up here.
Oh, this thing?
Yeah.
This was not here when we moved. That thing is huge. But all of the skyline over here is getting taller and taller and taller. That's why they took away all the clubs in Buckhead so they could bring in all the big businesses instead.
You got JP Morgan.
Oh yeah. Where are they at? There they go.
JP Morgan.
Right up there. You got Truist over here somewhere too.
But yeah, they're definitely not building anything affordable down here. Not for most people.
Mm-mm.
But these are probably the people who are less likely concerned about the warnings that don't necessarily really affect them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a Chinese malware attack on the water supply. Okay, yeah, that could be a potential threat. Much like the boil water advisory in Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
But
there it is back
these
there.
people here, they probably got, you know, water filtration systems and the ionized water, different things or whatever. You think I can get to it from in here?
Should be possibly, maybe, because it shows it on the back side.
Did you see it?
The brown building around the back looked like it.
So this is Phipps Plaza.
Which is crazy to me that it looks still so old, like they haven't updated the way it
So this is a cop
looks.
sitting right here?
That's a cop. I told you that a lot of the police officers these days don't look like actual police officers. They're not your protection. They are the catch you when you're doing dumb stuff.
That's funny. That's funny. That was like that was I bet you that's a personal car. Yeah, it doesn't have a government tag.
But you got blue lights.
So that's a personal car
So no, we can't get
that I'd be
in here.
willing to bet he's using for
Off hours,
Yeah.
extra money.
yeah. So he's got a side, like as a cop.
Yes.
He's got a side hustle.
Yep.
I don't know if the blue lights are legal, technically. If it's not a government vehicle, flashing blue lights.
We can't get there if you want to do a backup right here.
But I will say that based on my experiences with cops in Atlanta, you can literally do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like if you know the right people and you pay the right money, you can literally do whatever you want. Not to go in great detail, but let's just say there was an instance where I needed to file a ton of paperwork to close a road, to load a roof, or I could just call Lieutenant Smith and pay him directly, and when I show up, the road's closed. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's a side hustle. That's all it is. He's making money on the side.
Think how tall that building is over there.
Because he has to.
Oh yeah. I mean, you got to think about it. Firefighters, police officers, teachers, the military, they're all the most underpaid, whereas your football players, basketball players, baseball players, your entertainment make buttloads of money, but the ones who keep you safe or keep the place running or, you know, teaching, whatever, make barely enough to cover rent and utilities.
It's funny, the JP Morgan, you know, the CEO, Jamie Dimon, he's pulling in like probably $30 million a year in salary and compensation.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude right here, he's probably working hard to make 80 collectively, including the side hustle, which still puts his life in great danger.
Oh yeah. Especially in Atlanta and Buckhead.
It's funny though, we never really hear stories, knock on wood, about Phipps. We always hear stories about we always hear stories about Linux.
Yeah.
And Linux now has metal detectors and things. Like, we haven't been to Linux in years, but I heard Linux had metal detectors and security to get into the mall.
Mm-hmm.
Kids aren't allowed in the mall.
No, after a certain time, you can't be under a certain age, or even during, I don't remember if it was even during the day now, because they were having so many smash and grab kind of things. But I mean, most of them over here, there's not really anything for most of the kids over here, so they go to the other one.
That place is called, it used to be Twist or Shout, I don't remember.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing shut down, but I think that there was a little bit more going on there besides selling food.
Yeah.
But, what was I going to say? Gideon on his video with the EDP video with Taco, the
Taco hat?
The taco hat.
Yeah.
And, you know, catching the predators.
Yes. I didn't know you could just go around trying to catch predators on your own as a citizen, non-whatever. Like, I'm like, is that not like entrapment? Or, ooh, that's nice. What is the green?
Oh, that's your wrap matte
The 720.
720S.
Yep, that's what I like. The McLaren
I like how you
720.
just parked it right here on the corner instead of doing valet.
Yeah. Well, valet here is probably like $200.
The car's $300,000.
Yeah, but if you have $300,000 car money and wrap money, you probably have money to get out a little ding or a little scratch. I'm just saying. You're probably not worried about the peanuts at that point.
But Gideon, you know, he had security, right? And in the beginning of the video, he goes, look, y'all aren't here for me. Y'all are here for the predators, because I might lose it when one of these predators shows up.
Oh yeah, look, I forgot Legoland was over here. Let me swing y'all around. I forgot Legoland was right there. I don't know how to get to where we're going.
No,
I have absolutely no clue. I know it's back behind
maybe
here.
Maybe that's it right there.
I think it's the brown.
Yeah, I think maybe that's it.
Possibly. Hopefully. Because guess what? Surprise.
You just went to the bathroom.
I just drank the water from Starbucks. Water gets me every time.
How does this work based on the address that they
Yeah, it
gave
says
you?
it. Okay. I'm not quite sure. It does say it though. Oh God.
Oh shit.
There's a bump there. We didn't realize. Skirt. Pause. Thank you. That's it.
Where?
Right there.
Oh,
straight ahead.
man.
Straight ahead. Not this building. That's why I was saying it's a squat building. But they do say that you can self-park.
There's a Lifetime over here?
Yeah.
Really?
Lifetime work. So I don't know what that means.
Work for a lifetime.
I don't know what that means.
Work for a lifetime. I'm gonna get this shot here.
There's a car behind you.
Okay, Jesus Christ, let the car chill out. Don't you know I'm trying to get my B-roll? These Bentleys and whatnot.
Why
They're gonna be like, sir, you can't park here. Your car's way too dirty.
Why are his pants so tight?
I'm gonna park behind this
Don't wear tight pants.
Taycan, even though I'm just gonna plug this in. It's a EV. It's a hybrid. All right, so we managed to secure a parking spot in the garage, and we're headed to our hotel. Now I'm gonna tell you guys right now, we're severely overdressed for this hotel. It's unbelievable, but hopefully they accommodate us considering the attire that we're wearing. My $16 t-shirt repping West Glacier, Montana. And what are you about to say?
I meant to get a t-shirt out of the black one from the tunnel. I'll get it later.
Were you gonna wear it today?
Yeah.
It's too hot for a black t-shirt.
I don't have anything else to put in.
Oh, you want me to go get it?
No, I need to get inside this hotel.
We got a nice little green G82 over here. Not terrible. Looks like a competition. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, got you.
Thank you. Okay.
Got the keys. No
No
accessories
hands to do anything?
allowed.
Hold on. Okay, then. Hold on. Let's try this.
All right, you got that. I got that. You got that. Oh, AC. Feels good. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that's what's up. You know the elevator gonna come over. Oh, you gotta push the floor
It
first?
already knows.
Oh, it already knows.
It's like that one we did in Canada where it knows exactly, and it told me which one to go to, E3.
They're way more efficient. These are way more efficient.
Yeah.
They're faster.
I thought that was really cool in Canada.
Yeah. That probably works really good on checkout too. Because it knows you're trying to get from your floor to the lobby.
Uh-huh.
There's no buttons.
I mean, there's the open and close, but
That's it. AI.
It's not
Next AI is gonna be like, it's gonna scan your body and be like, woo.
It's not gonna let you go where you're not supposed to go. No, the next thing is it's gonna weigh you as you get in, and the next person that gets to get in, they're like, nope, we've already reached the
Nah, bruh.
Nah, bruh.
You need to take the stairs. So here's some folks living a good life over here. Probably gonna see a whole lot of that. We saw some influencers outside shooting some videos, so I'm gonna see if I can ask them, hey, what's your social media account? This a side hustle or is this your main gig? Which was your, oh man, she about to leave me. Nice ambiance or ambient lighting. All right, let's see what this joker look like. This is this is our view. Nice little ballasted roof we got down here for visual pleasure. Outdoor seating area, lifetime work. I'm gonna tell you guys about lifetime work in a minute. That actually look kind of cool. For those who don't need a office space 24/7, that looks kind of cool. I'm gonna explain that to you. And we got a lot of other things around here we can walk and do. We're gonna be right here close to Phipps, so we'll take advantage of that situation and also take advantage of the rest of the situation. Catch my drift. But we're not gonna waste time or money on that. We gonna hit the bar, do it right. Nice size TV. And that is our Nobu room. So there's good news and there's bad news.
Okay.
But before we do either one, I think they're both the same. But before we do either one, what room did we get? Break this down. Like, because is this the most affordable room?
Yes.
Okay.
It is the King Deluxe. King Deluxe, but it is the cheaper room for the king size, because then you go up to like the King Suite. Not an option. So
did you see the Porsche Suite as an option?
No.
Because apparently I was watching this guy on YouTube, Ricky or Rocky Boa or something.
Balboa. I was like Rocky Balboa. I recognize
Ricky
that
Boa.
name.
Ricky.
Oh, okay.
He's a drift car driver, racer, or whatever.
Okay.
And he did something here like maybe not too long ago, and he showed a Porsche. So we saw the Porsche Taycan,
yeah.
the Nobu Taycan out front. And there's a Porsche Suite.
Well, so I actually booked this through Hotels.com, and it would not have the Porsche Suite listed on Hotels.com. I can tell you that much right now.
So this is the affordable option, roughly. So this is July 29th, 2023. And so affordable is roughly...
Hand me that and I can tell you exactly. I'm pretty sure that for this one to be in the middle of walkability to absolutely everything, this cost us, after taxes and fees and everything, $312.90.
$312 all in. Didn't use any rewards or points or anything like that.
And it covers parking. Because it's
Covers
self-parking
parking.
and they gave us the pass. We don't have to pay
That's
for
another
that.
reason why we chose
That's
it,
why we chose
because some of the other, besides the fact that this is technically the newest hotel that has opened in Atlanta.
Yeah, it was another reason.
That was one of the reasons. We haven't been here is another reason. But as I said, the goods and the bad is that when we do end up doing things like this and coming places like here, it forces you to want to do something. No, not that.
I want to do that anyway.
It forces you to want to go buy clothes and do your hair and all this other stuff.
Yeah, but what sucks is we went to Target and there's not shit at Target to like.
So why don't we just say, fuck it, and let's go hit the bar and just...
I'd rather do that.
Okay, good.